aware that your cookbook contains many terms which pertain to cooking alone. It is necessary for you to know what these terms mean.
Welcome to the very first episode of We Eat Food. On this episode, we're going to see who has the best steaks in our hometown, Assen. These are our hosts.
Joy.
Joost.
Matt.
And I'm John. Alright, let's rock, paper, scissors for the T-bone steak. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, what you gonna do?
Well, let me tell you all something very interesting. Yeah. So, this has been a restaurant for about 30 years. Yeah, but it's been around for 175 years.
Alright.
Yeah.
Quite a long time.
Yeah, before that was a house for Jewish people. Yeah, and they hid them from the Germans on this beer cellar. So every time the Germans came over, it's poof, they were gone.
Yeah, every dish is named after a famous musician. So today we're gonna test the steak, and the steak is the André Hazes.
Alright. Because it's steak from the
Haas, yeah. Doesn't make sense in English, but hey.
Intermission time. So throughout this episode you will see us eating various types of steaks. Now steak is an overarching word for different cuts of, in our case, beef. So for example, you can see us eating a ribeye steak. Now a ribeye is a very well-known cut of beef, and it has a lot of fat marbling throughout it. This makes it a very flavorful and still quite tender piece of meat. Next to that we have a sirloin steak, or as we could also call it, an entrecote. This is well known for the thick piece of fat on the side. It doesn't have a lot of fat marbling on the inside of the meat, but it's still a flavorful piece of beef. Next to that we have the tenderloin, or as you could also call it in Dutch, the ossehaas steak. This is the softest piece of meat from the beef, and usually also one of the most expensive parts. Pretty much if you pick it up, it falls apart. So if you've ever had a very soft piece of meat, it was probably a tenderloin steak. Lastly, we have the eye-round steak. This comes from the back of the cow. Now this steak also, like the tenderloin, doesn't have fat inside or around it, but it's a very fine piece of meat nonetheless. You can also see us eating T-bone steaks. Now a T-bone steak is usually one of the most expensive steaks, and that's because it is a combination of the sirloin and the tenderloin. So you have a sirloin on one side with the edge of fat, and then you have a T-shaped bone in the middle, and on the other side you have a piece of tenderloin. Two pieces in one, that's why it's as expensive as it is. Now if you'd like to see me try and prepare these, watch till the end of the episode. Let's carry on.
So today we are at the Balkan Grill restaurant. It's a family business and it's here since 1986. His three daughters and son also work here. His son is the cook. Yep.
You'll be serving us today.
Yeah.
Now, to introduce our very first special guest on the show, it's
Caleb. Today we are at Restaurante La Maschera. The name is derived from the lucky mask they found at Sardine, and hopefully we get lucky with the food we get.
So today we're at Cafe Crazy Old Dutch. Now this used to be a watch and jewelry store back in the 1940s to 1960s. After that it got taken over, turned into a cafe, and now you can do lunch and dinner over here, and today we're doing ribeye steaks and eye rounds from Black Angus. So where are we eating today?
Well, we're eating at 28 Dining at the Van der Valk Assen. It's got its name from the freeway next to it, A28. And we're having ribeye steaks today and tenderloin. And it's grilled on some cool ass lava stones. Lava grill actually. Oh, cool.
Today we're eating at Stadscafé de Pelikaan. It opened in 1935 and it's located right next to the canal in an old monumental building. And we're eating the eye-end steak. Hope it's nice.
What? 7 restaurants and 7 weeks later we're back in the studio. Let's talk about our experiences, starting with the first restaurant we went to, Witterbrug. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, first of all, the interior. It's
very authentic.
yeah, yeah,
Everything was from back in those days. So
yeah. Stuff was really
Stuff.
nice.
Stuff was good.
Yeah.
Definitely knew what they were talking
The
about.
owner was
Yeah.
very passionate. It
Passionate.
was very informative as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So all around good experience.
Yeah, true. Well prepared meal. Not bad. Restaurant number 2, Muzikant. Tell us about it, Joy.
I really liked it. Yeah,
Right.
the concept is really nice.
Yeah.
You can choose between a 2-course meal or a 3-course meal, and you get the drinks
Included.
Included,
Yeah.
right?
Set
One
price, all the
So you
drinks.
finish your food.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every dish is called after a musician.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's pretty fun. And the
pretty
steak
fun.
itself was very tasty
Yeah,
too.
Very
Nice.
tasty.
Not
Yeah.
bad at all. Restaurant number 3, Balkan Joost.
Joost.
I know
Joost.
you like
One of
that
my
one.
favorites.
That one was
Yeah,
your favorite.
definitely. I really liked it. The food was very good. It was very soft, very tender.
Yeah, steak was very good. True.
And the interior was good.
Interior was fun, yeah.
Fun.
And we had a lot of side dishes.
Yeah.
Plenty
Yeah.
Lots of side dishes. Yeah. Good applesauce.
Good applesauce.
Good applesauce.
True.
Yeah.
And fun stuff too.
Fun stuff, yeah, sure.
Right. Restaurant number 4, where we had La Maschera. So the interior over there was very nice too.
Yeah, the mask
We were,
came back and everything.
Mask came back and everything.
Yeah.
So they had this overarching theme.
Nice
Beautiful view.
Beautiful view. We were too high, so that was good. Now you guys had the entrecôte, right? So that was the sirloin. How did you like that?
It was good.
Very good.
Very
Well
good.
prepared.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah. T-bone.
T-bone
We
for
had
us.
500 grams. It was a
was
bit
a
too
bit-
long for
Yeah,
me, but you
up
know,
to par though,
up
but
to par, it was
had
good.
flavor, but a little
Yeah.
too long for us for the medium rare.
True that.
But all right.
Restaurant number 5.
It was my favorite. The Old Dutch.
Right, tell us about
Yeah.
it.
All Dutch.
The interior. It was really cozy and
Super
felt
cozy.
like home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
the whole
And the music was
Yeah.
good.
Music was
Music
really
was
good.
good.
I liked it too.
and it had like amazing flavor.
The steak was
Yeah.
The steak was amazing.
Yeah, one of my favorites. True
Definitely
that.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
No salt needed, no pepper.
No,
it's
nothing
all
extra
good.
needed. It was very good as it was. Good side dishes. It was a great
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah, great restaurant.
Great restaurant. Restaurant number 6.
28.
Dining at Van der Valk.
Yes.
Very classy.
Very classy.
Yeah.
fancy
Fancy.
restaurant. True that.
Perfect for a date, for sure.
Yeah.
True that. All right.
Yeah, right.
So Joy, you had the tenderloin over there.
Yeah,
How'd you like it?
well prepared. Yeah, really liked the plating.
Yeah. True.
It looked really nice.
All right. We had ribeyes on lava grill.
The lava grill
It's pretty
ribeye
good.
was pretty good.
Didn't need some extra salt and pepper.
A little.
But
Definitely.
otherwise, well prepared, good medium rare.
Nice presentation.
Nice presentation. Restaurant number 7, the last one, Pelikaan.
Pelikaan.
Yes.
How did you guys like it?
It was good. It was good. Presentation
Was very good,
Presentation
yeah.
was
Nice.
top
It's
notch.
nice.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Nice
Very
location.
playful.
Nice location.
Next to the water.
The taste was good.
Yeah.
it was
Tastes
good.
good.
Well
Yeah.
prepared. And it came really fast.
That was
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
good.
it was the
Yeah.
fastest of all of them.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
But-
definitely.
Right, so 7 restaurants. Now I know on Facebook we said 8 restaurants, but you know, what's a restaurant like home?
Definitely.
So we'll go back home and prepare some of the steaks that you saw in the info bit. Let's go do that. Shout out to Maschera for getting us these nice steaks. Let's go cook some steaks.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Welcome to the We Eat Food cooking show, where we're gonna prepare the steaks we showed you at the info bit. So we're gonna just salt and pepper them. The ribeyes though, we're gonna do a little bit more. Use some lemon, garlic, and we just prepared the side dishes, so let's get cooking. This was We Eat Food, episode 1 about steaks in Assen. Thank you to all the restaurants for letting us film there and eat there, of course. And thank you for Slagerij Saré for providing the steaks. I hope we see you guys with the next episode. It's about all you can eat in the Christmas spirit.
Oh, yeah.
And in between, we're gonna do specials later.